Hello guys, this is Beefcakes13, and I tried recording the video for the review for this book on my tablet. Didn't work out, so bit of a short video unfortunately, because my computer's terrible when it comes to YouTube videos. But Warhammer Fantasy Battle 3rd edition. So this book has everything you need to play in it. Literally everything you need, minus the tape measure and dice. You still need a tape measure and dice. But lovely table of contents, very long. Let's see, Warhammer Fantasy Battles. Let's look at some of the artwork before we get into the details. Nice. Alright. And actually, let's do it like this so you can see the book as I'm seeing it. So we have some more lovely artwork. Let's see if we can get more into the details of it. With Warhammer Fantasy Battle 3rd edition, there are more complications. I will show you what I mean in a second here. You don't have to have huge units in order to play 3rd edition though, which is nice. And it's more built around smaller games. But as usual, we have the classic, sections, the meat and potatoes of Warhammer Fantasy. We have the combat, shooting, and magic. We have the complexity level that some of you are looking for, where you can really go in depth there. We have, let's see, all kinds of, there's battle magic. Let's see, what else is there? There is all kinds of battle magic, just tons. Where does it start? There's level 4, all kinds of level 4 battle magic spells. Then we get into demonic spells. That is essentially binding and dispelling, and all kinds of other different things that you can think of, instability, so forth. Let's see, elemental spells. I always thought it would be fun to actually do more of a hobbit, halfling army, or maybe a pygmies army in this edition, just to see kind of how well it would work out. Let's see, we have all kinds of different spells. Which one are we on? Elemental. Okay, so elemental, necromantic, demonic. There's illusionist spells. Actually, I also like playing as dwarves because I'm not big on magic in these games. We get into the different magical weapons, magic items, magic armor, and then we delve into the Warhammer world. So this is a map, lovely map. And let's see if we can get to it. So the bestiary, here we go. So with the bestiary, we are essentially looking at the intelligent races, the not so intelligent races, and some of the really not intelligent races. And with that, you have dwarves, beastmen, centaurs, all kinds of different races. There were definitely, I consider there to be a lot more options in this edition than there are in previous. And with the stat line, you essentially have movement, weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, toughness, wounds, initiative, attack, leadership. Then you also have, I believe it's intelligence, cool, and willpower along with that. It also lists the points, of course, and you have the main dwarf stat. You have the main stat line, then you have the different levels of heroes, usually 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and same with wizards. Back in this edition, dwarves could have wizards. Let's see. Then there's Norse dwarves, Chaos dwarves, Fimir. In case you guys aren't familiar with Fimir, let's see if I can find a good picture. Let's see. There you go. That's what Fimir looked like. Then we have goblins, gnomes, hobgoblins, chaos goblins, halflings, all kinds of different races. You could have pretty much whatever army you can dream of. Almost, probably. Giants, ogres, treemen, troglodytes, which are essentially Kroxigor. We get into the different creatures, dragons, cold ones, bats, eagles, giant spiders, giant frogs, giant rats, hounds, horses, mammoths, chimera. There's plenty. Just, heck, you could have an army of frogs if you wanted to, or you could have frogs with halflings if you wanted to be goofy like that. You could have pygmies with halflings and frogs. As long as their alignment is the same, essentially, you can have them together in an army. Let's see, Jabberwock. Although I'm sure there's also the Game Master, which they had the concept of. It's kind of like a DM, but for Warhammer Fantasy, where they kind of interpret the rules, make sure you guys are playing fairly, come up with the narrative. So they could probably just, oh well, yeah, you guys can toss that in there. Have some halflings being evil and teaming up with undead or something like that. But all kinds of different options. There were even elementals back in this edition. Then we get on to the campaign, well, the battle, I should say, Forenron's Last Stand. And it kind of talks about the narrative of the battle, deployment for the sides, the outline of what the objectives are. Then we see the Elven command sheet. We look at their stats and everything. Orc command sheet, their stats. Then we have the paper tokens for figures that you can just print out on cardstock or something. You can copy out on cardstock, make a bunch of photocopies, have this as your army. I don't think that would work if you tried going to a current tournament though, but pretty nice. And then a bit of a bunch of different templates for stuff that you can just photocopy. And that's about it. That's it back. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.